Religion often casts a shadow on the simplest joys of life. Basic human desires like enjoying a good meal or seeking physical intimacy become sources of shame. The act of questioning, a cornerstone of intellectual growth, is branded as sinful. Religion, in its quest for control, labels our natural instincts as inherently wrong. It dictates a narrow path, ignoring the rich tapestry of human experience. But life is meant to be lived fully, embracing both the light and the shadows. To deny ourselves pleasure in the name of an abstract ideal is to deny our very humanity. Instead of celebrating our instincts, religion burdens us with guilt. It tells us we are inherently flawed, in need of constant redemption. This creates a cycle of shame and repentance, preventing us from experiencing the world with open hearts and minds. It's time to break free from this cycle and reclaim our right to experience life's richness. We must question why these restrictions are in place. Who benefits from suppressing our natural desires? Often the answer lies in power structures that thrive on control. By dictating what we can enjoy and how we can express ourselves, these structures maintain their grip on our lives. It's time to challenge these restrictions and reclaim our autonomy. We are not inherently sinful beings in need of constant saving. We are complex creatures capable of both great love and terrible mistakes. It's time to embrace this complexity, to find beauty in our imperfections, and to live with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Religious morality often masquerades as universal truth. It claims to offer a timeless code of conduct, etched in stone by a divine hand. But upon closer examination, these moral pronouncements often reveal themselves to be anything but absolute. What is considered virtuous in one religion or sect might be condemned as sinful in another. This inconsistency exposes the human hand behind these supposed divine decrees. Morality is not a fixed entity handed down from on high. It is a fluid concept shaped by the specific circumstances of a given time and place. What is considered ethical today might have been unthinkable centuries ago. This evolution of moral understanding underscores the fact that morality is a human construct, constantly being re-evaluated and reshaped as our understanding of the world evolves. The danger of accepting religious morality as absolute is that it allows us to abdicate our own critical thinking. We become passive recipients of dogma instead of active participants in shaping our moral landscape. We must question the origins of these moral codes, examine their underlying assumptions, and determine if they truly align with our values. It is through this process of critical engagement that we can craft a more just and compassionate world. By acknowledging the human origins of morality, we empower ourselves to challenge outdated norms and to strive for a more equitable and humane society. Religion often dangles the promise of paradise before us. It paints a picture of an idyllic afterlife, free from pain and suffering. But this vision of eternal bliss comes at a steep price, unquestioning obedience in the here and now. We are told to endure the trials and tribulations of this life with the hope of a reward in the next. This promise of paradise serves as a powerful tool of control. It encourages us to accept injustice and inequality in the present with the assurance that we will be compensated in the afterlife. It breeds complacency in the face of suffering, both our own and that of others. It diverts our attention from the very real problems of this world, promising solutions that lie beyond our grasp. But what if this promised paradise is nothing more than an illusion, a carefully constructed fantasy designed to keep us in line? What if this life, the only one we know for certain, is all we have? To waste it chasing after an intangible reward is to miss out on the beauty and wonder that surrounds us. It's time to break free from the chains of fear and guilt. It's time to stop deferring our happiness to some distant future and start embracing the present moment. True liberation comes from living authentically, from facing our fears head-on, and from finding joy in the simple act of being alive. Ethical atheism offers a refreshing alternative to the dogma and restrictions of religion. It asks us to shed the weight of inherited beliefs and to engage with the world on our own terms. It encourages us to ground ourselves in the reality of this life, to find meaning and purpose in our shared human experience. Ethical atheism doesn't offer easy answers or prepackaged solutions. It doesn't promise eternal salvation or absolve us of our responsibilities. Instead, it empowers us to define our own moral compass, to live in accordance with our values, and to find beauty in the messy, unpredictable tapestry of life. It urges us to forge genuine connections with our fellow humans, to cultivate empathy and compassion, and to work together to create a more just and equitable world. It reminds us that we are all in this together, sharing this brief moment in time. This is not to say that a life without religion is easy or without its challenges. We will still face pain, loss, and disappointment. But by embracing ethical atheism, we equip ourselves with the tools to navigate these challenges with courage, resilience, and a profound appreciation for the precious gift of life. Our understanding of the universe has expanded dramatically. Science, through careful observation and rigorous testing, reveals a cosmos far grander and older than previously imagined. Earth, our home, is no exception. Scientific evidence points to an Earth approximately 4.5 billion years old, a timescale that dwarfs the biblical timescale of a few thousand years. This disparity forms the crux of the debate between scientific and biblical views on Earth's history. The scientific method, with its emphasis on empirical evidence, forms the bedrock of our understanding of the natural world. Geological dating techniques like radiometric dating provide compelling evidence for an ancient Earth. These methods, based on the decay rates of radioactive isotopes, consistently date Earth's rocks and minerals to billions of years old. Such findings contradict literal interpretations of biblical timelines. This difference in perspective highlights the ongoing dialogue between scientific inquiry and religious belief. Embedded within Earth's crust are silent testaments to its vast age. Fossils, the preserved remains of ancient life, tell a compelling story of evolution over eons. The fossil record reveals a progression of life forms, from simple single-celled organisms in the oldest rocks to more complex plants and animals in younger strata. This ordered sequence of fossils through time, known as the fossil record, provides a tangible chronicle of life's evolution. Transitional fossils like the famous Tiktaalik showcase the gradual evolutionary changes between major groups of organisms. Tiktaalik, with its fish-like fins and tetrapod-like skeletal structures, bridges the gap between aquatic and terrestrial life. These fossils are not mere anomalies, but rather powerful evidence for the interconnectedness of life and the process of evolution over immense periods. The fossil record stands as a testament to the power of scientific inquiry to unravel the mysteries of our planet's past. The question of how life arose from non-living matter has intrigued scientists for centuries. Chemical evolution, a field of study within abiogenesis, explores the processes that may have led to the emergence of the first life forms. Experiments like the Miller-Urey experiment have demonstrated that simple organic molecules, the building blocks of life, can form spontaneously under conditions mimicking early Earth. Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection provides a compelling explanation for the diversity and complexity of life on Earth. Natural selection, operating on random genetic mutations, favors traits that increase an organism's chances of survival and reproduction. Over countless generations, these small changes accumulate, leading to the evolution of new species. This process of descent with modification driven by natural selection explains the remarkable adaptations we see in the natural world. The apparent conflict between science and religion, particularly regarding the age of Earth and the evolution of life, has fueled much debate. Some view these perspectives as fundamentally incompatible. However, many strive to reconcile their understanding of the natural world with their religious beliefs. One approach, known as NOMA, non-overlapping magisteria, suggests that science and religion address distinct domains of human experience. Science, according to NOMA, explores the natural world, while religion deals with morality, values, and spiritual meaning. Others find harmony through theistic evolution, a perspective that accepts the scientific evidence for evolution but views it as a process guided by a divine hand. This perspective allows for both the elegance of scientific explanation and the comfort of religious belief. Ultimately, the relationship between science and religion remains a deeply personal exploration.